All right, CrossFit Linchpin, today is May 9th. It is a Wednesday, and for most people, they're probably going to think it's a glorious, fantastic day because the barbell is out. Today's workout is every minute on the minute for 30 minutes, one squat snatch. We've snatched in workouts before. We have done some overhead squats, which is basically the receiving position of the snatch, but we haven't had just a pure do nothing else but lift as heavy as you can on the squat snatch in a while. If you're an Olympic lifter, the full snatch is probably what you would prefer for it to be called. Anyway, people really seem to enjoy these days. Every minute that goes by, you're going to do one snatch. If you fail on a minute, don't worry about it. Let that go by, reset, and hit one the next minute. After you warm up, and that warm-up, that Bergner warm-up is fantastic. Make sure you watch those videos that are posted there. Really feel the technique, because the snatch is not a barbarian movement. It is a technique lift. And by just waking up and understanding the movement better, you'll snatch more that day, even though nothing happened to your muscles, so to speak. So really pay attention to the technique. After you warm up, you can try to choose a weight that you think you can hold for all 30 minutes. Or there's absolutely nothing wrong with starting off at a weight that's challenging, but you certainly know that you can hit it, and sticking with that for a while, and maybe 5 or 6 minutes in, you throw a little bit more weight on, see how that feels. 5 or 6 minutes in, throw a little bit more weight on, and see what you actually end up at. You can totally do it how you want. It's shooter's choice. The scaled option today is the hang squat snatch for every minute on the minute for 30 minutes. And it's hang squat snatch instead of full snatch because the overwhelming majority of the time when the lift doesn't go well, there's a good chance that it didn't come off the floor and pass the knees appropriately, and that puts your entire body out of whack, and the lift isn't going to finish well if it didn't start well. So by starting in the hang and not requiring somebody to go below the knee, we're somewhat removing the greatest difficulty or removing the greatest opportunity for the lift to go poorly. So in a beginner, this might be a great way to touch the lift, feel it a little bit, and build some confidence. And it's a great way to do it. The accessory work today, the barbell glute bridge, 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. You're going to hear the 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps frequently on a lot of the accessory work because it's a good kind of hypertrophy, for a fancy term. We're looking to build a little bit of muscle, build some mass there, rep range. And the barbell glute bridge is something where if you didn't know what it was and you saw somebody doing it, you would probably want to check them into the funny farm because it looks a little bit silly. You're going to have a barbell straddled across your hips, and you're going to basically break at the hips, then extend your hips, break at the hips and extend, squeeze your butt, squeeze your hamstrings, and it should really help strengthen your midline, strengthen your glutes and hamstrings, which that violent hip extension and being strong in that area is something which is going to benefit us in everything that we do in CrossFit. If you're new to that movement, by all means, go to Google, go to YouTube. There's tons of videos there. It's relatively simple, even though it sounds strange, and have a good time with it. But again, remember, the accessory work is completely optional, 100% optional.